The first game in the series, Pro Evolution Soccer 6, looks and feels almost like the PS2 title. It's not a bad thing considering that it's a solid game on the PS2. But since the competition, FIFA, rebuilt their game almost from ground up, Pro Evolution Soccer 6 doesn't feel as if you've switched to a more powerful console. It still has a very prominent old generation feel and look. In comparison to FIFA, the teams are scarce in Pro Evolution Soccer, and the blur on the field is bollocks. But a thing you can notice is that PES is clearly a better football simulator. It nails to be more realistic than the arcadey FIFA. Pro Evolution Soccer 2007 is the same game as last year. Either this, or my eyes couldn't spot a difference in gameplay. Of course that the teams were updated and some content is changed in form, but the game is still the very same. I mean, you can do more if you mod the game than what they've changed in this one. Anyway, I should mention the game modes, as I haven't mentioned them in the previous game. Both Pro Evolution Soccer 6 and 7 have the same game modes. So you get a match mode, a Master League mode, a League mode, and a Cup mode. It's still a rock solid experience. The only annoying part is that they resold the same game but with different packaging. In Pro Evolution Soccer 2008, I had the same dilemma again. What is changed in the game? Well, the menu is definitely changed, but in gameplay I mean, what is new? So after not finding what to say is new, I thought let's read some reviews. Maybe professional game critics will know. And what do I see? They actually praise the same features Pro Evolution Soccer had for years. So in conclusion, there isn't something new in the game, just the looks and updated teams. And by the high praises of the game critics, I must say that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They say that the Pro Evolution Soccer formula is already so good that you can copy-paste the game and resell it again and again. Well, they didn't say the last part, but that's what they did with the game. And what they did with the review. They told the same story again in another review. So in this video I review the game and review the review. Okay, more reviews. Nice! Pro Evolution Soccer 2009 has changes so insignificant that again it feels like a copy-paste. In gameplay I mean, because the graphics get improvements each year, and that is a plus. But gameplay wise, the changes are so insignificant that it's no use to buy another Pro Evolution Soccer game if you already own one. The edit mode is back, which means you can create badges, kits and players from scratch, and guess another change. You know those yogurts in stores with less fat, or products that have less sugar? Well now, in Pro Evolution Soccer 2009 you get less licenses, so less content. Just like those less fat yogurts. But Pro Evolution Soccer 2010 finally brings novelties, and it brings them big time. This year, it's really worth it to buy the game, as it's different from the rest. This year brought 360-degree player movement, which is a total game changer. Now players don't move in the classic octagonal fashion, but you can be more precise and you can more precisely move the players on the field. Also, the game has a new mode, the Become a Legend mode, where you make yourself a character and well, become a legend. The graphics have been improved too, and overall the game is way better than previous iterations. In Pro Evolution Soccer 2011, novelties are more slightly noticeable, but they are still present. The animations are better, collision is better, the AI is a little better, also you get a stadium editor where you can drag and drop players. So overall, even if the differences aren't huge, they are still present, and are plenty, but more subtle. But they still make the game slightly better. Pro Evolution Soccer 2012 improves the gameplay even further, with better and smoother animations, better AI, more options, making the overall experience feel like a new one. In the rest, it has the same game modes as past iterations, UEFA Champions League and South America Copa Libertadores Tournament, League Cup and Community, Become a Legend and Master League. Pro Evolution Soccer 2013 brings again slight improvements in stuff like graphics, AI, controls and animations. You can say it's a copy-paste because of that, but it's still such a slightly different game that if you already own a game, it's not worth paying full retail price for almost the same experience, but a slightly better one. And considering the lack of teams Pro Evolution Soccer usually has, it's not worth that much buying it for the updated teams either. Pro Evolution Soccer 2014 doesn't bring novelties, it brings downgrades, so that in the future titles it can improve on what they've already taken, and call it improvement, because it's better than last year. This year's graphics look worse than in previous iterations, and the AI is more stupid, and for some reason the game doesn't pass quite right, meaning that it passes to players you didn't want to pass the ball to. The game knows better than you, I guess. In Pro Evolution Soccer 2015, guess what they did? They improved from 2014. The passing system is better now after killing it in the last one. The animations are slightly better, though there are times when the collision is faulty. And in rest, you get the same game, but with a different interface. Pro Evolution Soccer 2016 seems like it's an almost copy-paste version of last year. Pro Evolution Soccer 2017 has even less teams and licenses, but the game is in rest kind of the same. And the last one, Pro Evolution Soccer 2018, is again a copy-paste. It's similar to what happened to the FIFA games on Xbox and PS3. Once the newer generation consoles came out, the Xbox One and PS4, all the effort was put into improving the games onto the new generation console. But since there was still demand for Pro Evolution Soccer games on the older generation, the Xbox 360 and PS3, they still made some more games, as it was profitable for Konami. Okay, so as a conclusion, the Pro Evolution Soccer games are great games, with solid gameplay, and they are good on the simulation part. I mean, if you have never played a Pro Evolution Soccer game in your entire life, and I will give you any of these games to play, you would give them a very good verdict, a very good rating. You will say that it was a great game, but since I compared the titles in this video, you can see that they are not that distinct one from another, which doesn't make them so great to get them all, unless you're a big collector. But it's worth it, it's worth to buy them with some years apart, and the ones that brought the biggest game changers, the biggest improvements. Okay, so this was the video. If you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe, and if you want, follow me on Twitch, Instagram or Discord. I'll have the links to those in the video description.